In this video, we're talking about how Chief Construction approaches development, the local impact, and how we work with partners to invest in our community. So Roger, it's no secret. It's been out in press releases. It's been on social media. You recently just won a really large and prominent award for a development. Talk to us about that.
Well, it was a development here in Grand Island that Chief's been involved in the last few years, and one that the land that we owned down on South 281 and Highway 34 intersection. It's 108 acres. It's called Prairie Commons. And it's something that we're really proud about and passionate about because it's at the doorstep of Grand Island. And so we won the Commercial Real Estate Summit Award and for this year, and it was for the Development and Developer of the Year. And that's the first time in the 35-year history of the CRE Summit that a development got awarded this outside of the metropolitan areas of Lincoln and Omaha. So it's something that the whole community can be proud of, because a lot of that investment that is going on out there is local businesses. And I think that kind of goes to show that where Grand Island is as a community is that these businesses are investing in their employees, into their facilities, and they so happen to do it out at Prairie Commons. And it's something that is really going to showcase Grand Island for decades to come.
And you don't win those types of awards with just putting a strip mall here or a strip mall there. So Tana, I know your team works a lot on how does this really focus in on the community needs. Talk to me a little bit about how these developments are different than maybe the other developments that we've seen in Grand Island or other communities. The theme of Prairie Commons is live, work, thrive, and that really is what you can do out there. These buildings are top investment grade buildings for their people to have their employees be able to enjoy their spaces. Chief has kind of gone a step above with their development, and we're putting bike trails in. We're putting things that people can use during their lunch break to get outside. It's going to be just its own little community out there for everyone in Grand Island to enjoy. And the thing I love about that too is that you talk about the bike and hike trail, and it's not just in that property, but it connects throughout the entire city of Grand Island. And so there's also going to be landscaping in there, and if people wanted to, they really could go out and start an event out there, if it's a running event or a biking event, or they could just have the community come together for a celebration, or if they wanted to do some live music. So I think these developments don't just put in these quality products and have these amazing tenants that come out there, but they're also really connecting the community together. I think we see that, here Grand Island happens in downtown Grand Island, but I think we're going to start to see that in other locations in Grand Island and other developments that we do. So I'm really excited about that.
Yes, me too. Absolutely.
And so, Roger, you talk about these different developments, and it's not just the partners that you work with to build their facilities for them. You work a lot with cities, with chambers, with EDCs. And I think that's one thing, too, that you bring to the table that's of value, because people don't understand all the different intricacies of development and what it takes to actually even get a property to be under construction.
Yeah, development it takes a long time. It takes a lot of money, and it takes a great working relationship with the city administration, the city elected leaders, your design teams, and that. And so that's something that I think we do really good in bringing all these partners together and working together. And out at Prairie Commons, it's a master plan development. It's not a disconnected strip mall with a different design philosophy that doesn't look like it shouldn't be there. We got an architectural review committee, we got signing review committees, and so everything out there has a purpose and a place, and it's going to improve the perception of the development and the whole community. And we can do that with other communities, and we're starting to work more and more with other communities because the city leaders and business leaders in these other communities see what we're doing and see what the the kind of portfolio that Chief has done in their construction services and development services, and they want to replicate that in that community. Now, with that, it might become working with them on public entitlements and other different funding sources, any local investment groups, and try and get the message out there to the needs, and we try and fill that need with building and development solutions.
And you can just tell the communities really gather around that. You can see the growth that's happening from it. I know that Prairie Commons has been kind of your passion for maybe the last 20 years. You've seen this piece of land. And so it's spurred a lot of community growth up to 81. And now you talk about Conestoga Marketplace. There's just so many good things happening. I don't think if that first domino hadn't fell, I don't know if we would see such energy in the communities. And so I think that can be replicated across a lot of other communities as well.
Yeah, you can go back to just some, blight and TIF votes from the city council that we had, and they were greatly supportive to kind of kick this thing off. In the last several years, there's really almost $750 million of development in our community. And with that type of development and its quality growth, it's really going to improve the lifestyle and try and recruit employees to our community.
I will say not only employees to our community, but businesses as well. I mean, just since winning that award in Omaha, I know Rogers had different businesses reach out wanting to come to Grand Island. We shined a light on Prairie Commons, and people are now realizing, I want to be there. That community is where my business should go next. It's going to be really fun to see what Prairie Commons looks like in the next 5 years, because it's going to have significant growth.
So you have Prairie Commons, you have the Rail Yard in Lincoln. I mean, there's lots of different things that Chief has had their name on, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon.
Well, let's hope not. It's been a good driver for our Chief Construction's growth, and it's been good for Chief. And, when you're doing development and construction services, it's always really, really beneficial to have a strong financial backing of your company and an executive management team of DJ Ihusen and Dave Ostick in supporting our growth and supporting the community. Their investment into their own structures, into the development, leads to other business leaders wanting to do the same things. And so between the vision and the leadership that they provided, it's really been good for the community, and it's also been good for Chief and our employees.
Follow us on Facebook to follow our projects. The link is below.